If you are building right now, this message is for you, because the system you think you are competing in is not a market. It is a compliance machine designed to eliminate you. This is the Sharp method for founders who refuse to be regulated out of existence. Let's begin. Why do we govern like baboons? For most of recorded history, governance has been built around dominance hierarchies, chains of command, threats of punishment, and obedience. The assumed model is that survival requires control. But what if that model is outdated? Worse, what if it was never ideal in the first place? Humans did not become the dominant species because we were the strongest, the fastest, or even the smartest. According to anthropological work on Australopithecus and early hominins, our ancestors were vulnerable upright apes, poorly suited for combat, with no claws, no fangs, and little muscle mass compared to predators. What set Homo sapiens apart was not dominance, it was cooperation. The most successful human societies were not run by the most violent or the most obedient. They were run by those who shared, who signaled, who synchronized, but somewhere along the way, especially with the rise of bureaucracies and nation-states, we replaced voluntary coordination with mandatory compliance. Compliance is easier to scale, but it is also easier to corrupt. Robert Sapolsky's work on primate behavior offers a chilling parallel. The leading cause of death among male baboons is other male baboons. Social stress, not predators, is the primary killer. When hierarchy is rigid and dominance is everything, individuals turn on one another. Governance becomes a stress amplifier. Worse, baboons can commit genocide even when resources are abundant, simply because the structure rewards aggression. If we are modeling governance on what we think is natural, we should be careful. Nature contains cooperation and cruelty. The question is which one we choose to formalize. The Sharp method is not about optimizing authoritarian efficiency. It is about designing governance systems that reduce harm, increase trust, and reward feedback. Instead of punishing failure, we incentivize learning. Instead of rigid roles, we create flexible functions. Instead of secrecy, we enable auditable transparency. Instead of dominance, we cultivate contribution. This is not utopian, it is practical, and it mirrors the very things that allowed Homo sapiens to survive in the first place. In practice, this looks like smart contracts instead of static laws, merit signals instead of titles, contribution-led reputation systems, embedded feedback instead of fear-based control. We do not need a return to the jungle. We need a new ecology of cooperation, one that does not confuse compliance with virtue or dominance with wisdom. Exit the baboon hierarchy, enter regenerative governance. If you are building right now, you do not need permission. You need a path that works. Follow the Sharp method and build beyond the reach of the compliance cartels.